Hey guys, it's God Guy. So I'm back again. And I know I just put out a video, and I know what I was saying in the last video was to like cancel your limit orders and dump everything into Dogecoin because it's going to go to 65 cents. But don't do that because I was I was thinking about the logic behind um, if that were to actually happen. I don't believe that there's enough Bitcoin to actually fill the orders, and I had a dream. Uh, let me just share it. I found a background image for my video, so um, it looks cool. Anyway, so let me just share the dream I had. So January 10th, and you can see timestamps are up here. So, so full disclosure, I'm not a financial advisor. Uh, so just don't sell your car, don't sell your house, don't keep like thousands of dollars to save. I keep like 5,000 in savings just so I can have a down payment for a car, if my car breaks down or something like that. So just be financially safe while we're navigating this because um, I think the dreams are going to come true, but I just think that the Dogecoin dream is going to come true after the Bitcoin crash because I was thinking in my head that it's since I got that dream before I got a dream about the crash. I was thinking that it's linear, but I mean, it could very well happen after the crash, and I don't want to draw a chart, but I mean, it could be, uh, but I'll draw a chart anyway. So here we go. Opening up Krita. So I don't have my stylus, so this should work. So it could be something like, we're here, and then the crash happens, and then we go up, all right, to 65. All right. So like, and Dogecoin during the crash is supposed to go to 3 cents. That's what I had a dream of. Okay. It's not gonna go as low as Bitcoin and Ethereum. So it could also do this. Okay. You see what I'm saying? And we're talking about Dogecoin right now. So it could do that. All right. So since I don't know, okay, I don't know which one is gonna come first. I got this dream right here before I got the other dream. But I don't think the timing on when you get the dreams matter that much, because like I mean logically like it's all part of the same puzzle, and so if you get a piece of the puzzle that's over here, and then it's like a 3D puzzle based off time, so or something like that, or 4D, I don't know, but I think that you know because the very first dream I had was that it would go of the crypto stuff was that Doge would go to like $125,000, and it freaked me out. And that's not going to happen anytime soon, and that's the very first dream I had. So you know, I don't think it's in linear order that you get the dreams. Is what I'm trying to say. And I guess I got hung up on that I was hung up on this because I had this dream and I wanted to make more money so I could have it. But looking at my account, like I have like $15,000 in this flash crash stuff. So like if I was able to do this, I mean that's just not enough Bitcoin for everybody else, basically. So I don't think God would let any of us get to be multimillionaires before the flash happens, or even just have enough money to cancel the dreams. Like I mean, I think God's got it figured out that we can be open about this stuff and realize that like wherever people are, it's just gonna work out. Like because God said it's gonna go to zero, to zero. Okay. Um, so it's going to go to at least under a dollar. Okay. That might mean 99 cents. I'm thinking it's going to go to 10 cents because I had a dream uh, where Bitcoin lost 50% of its value from 19 cents. And so like that would be like a little bit under 10-cent Bitcoin. So that's where I'm putting my order. But that's my dream, that's my faith. You might have your own dream and you might not want to risk it off my dream. You know what I'm saying? And I completely understand. But just don't hate me that if I get a big order filled, because like that would definitely like be annoying if that was happening to you. So anyway, so I'm just gonna go through it. So how iCloud does it is it's ordered by time. Okay, so some of them are kind of more related than others, but this is just a review of like where like what the most powerful dreams I've seen are, and let's just get into it and I'll recap later. So February 7th, 2022. There's the timestamp. Okay, and what's cool is this other guy had a very similar dream February 7th, 2022 as well. So like we had like that's at 12:40 p.m. Okay, mine is at 9 a.m. You see what I'm saying? So like we had it the night of February 6th, and then woke up the next morning and wrote down the dream. So, which is crazy. I mean, that's insane. I hadn't seen anything like it. But anyway, you can kind of read this, and the key points is that Bitcoin was at in the low 40s, okay, and then it went to it says like 35, and the price flipped from 35 to 750. And if we look at a chart of Bitcoin, just to like refresh our memories here, because we might be hung up on some other charts and not even be looking at the regular Bitcoin chart. So, I mean, it was in the low 40s, okay? It didn't stop at 35. So that's a flag for the dream, because in the dream it kind of hung at 35 for a second, and then it flipped to like 10. Okay? It hasn't even gotten to 10. So, let me go back. It flipped from 35K to like 7,000. Okay. And I said, this is it. And I was trying to read my point oh 0.07 limit order Dogecoin. So before I had this dream, I had a dream that Doge would go to 7 cents. Okay. So I had a bunch of limit orders to buy up Doge at 7 cents. So like that's where I got that in the dream. And I can manually trade, but in the dream, the brokerage kept giving me pop-up messages and asking me to fill out forms, etc. So I was locked out. I mean, it wasn't supposed to be like that. It was like you fill out the form, and then it's supposed to like give you access to your account, but then it just asks you to fill out the form again. And it was like that. It was like that's how they lock you out, basically. And I knew I was probably gonna miss this low. So, and I knew I was probably gonna miss this low price, so I was unable to do any trading. I saw the price in the low threes, and I was trying to, but unable to trade it. It stayed in the low threes, and the price was going crazy in the low threes, bouncing all around. It didn't go very far below '03. Okay, so yeah. So basically, like during the Bitcoin flash crash, my dream was that Dogecoin would only go to 3 cents. Okay, and then here's an interesting dream I found, not hers. D Hass's. So he took this from Blossom and Jason's group. So, but he's basically saying that he wasn't able to get his limit order for Doge filled during the flash crash because he must have had a really low limit order for Dogecoin. And so, like that kind of is correlated with my dream that Doge wouldn't go below 3 cents. Um, and and we know it's a flash crash because right after it happens, everything skyrockets. The whole market skyrocketed in a matter of minutes. Doge had risen. So I was trying to figure out what his price limit for Doge was, but this was somebody else posting from somebody else, and I don't know them. I don't think I don't get on Jay Song's group. I probably should, but it's got a lot of people, and I don't like dealing with a lot of people, honestly. Um, I like my Z3 group, and I'll put the link in the Discord. Um, all right, so moving on to uh, this guy's dream, Caesar JL. Um, so he said this current night, and this is the same night as the dream that I had. He said basically, and this is what's correlated, is that we were at 42K, we were going to 35K. All right, let's see if that was correlated. Uh, So it started having massive ticks down to where it was losing like $100 a few seconds until it went to like 35K. So mine was that it went fast to 35K, but his was that it went slow to 35K. Uh, when I looked the second time, I saw it falling like a rock. All right, so I mean it's kind of correlated, but I mean it's not exactly the same thing. Um, so, but then he says it's the flash crash now. He tried to log in, but there were troubles with the app or something with account ver. That's really where the dreams are very similar right there. I mean, already like it's similar because we're using different price points for Bitcoin, but right here is where it's very similar. Um, and he had an overwhelming feeling that this was a hack. So Bitcoin was suddenly at $0. So it had zero in front of the deal. So it went to at least 99 cents is what he's saying in this dream. I believe it's going to go much lower, but I don't think it's going to go to a cent or 2 cents. I think it's going to go to like 8 or 9 cents. But I can't guarantee that. Um, so it's still risky. Uh, I looked one, two, or three times and it was still zero. I was panicking, could not log in, tried so many times. I said, why? Before it was a hard feeling to handle not having the blessing. I mean, honestly, like, I was thinking about it last night. I really wasn't worried about missing the blessing. I was thinking that God would warn me, but I talked to a buddy and he was like, bro, you should put some in. And I was like, nah, I'm gonna hold my Doge and try to get to 65. But this morning I was like really anxious, and I guess it was like I guess it started to hit me that I could actually miss out, and so it is a bad feeling. I'm not gonna lie, like it sucks. So I sold everything, and I have 100%. I haven't set them up yet, but like I'm about to put like everything at 10 cents. So I'm not gonna do anything other than 10 cents, unless I get a warning not to do that. Um, So I'll at least be positioned for 10 cents. So I should get something filled, I guess, down there. Hopefully. It was a very hard feeling to handle. I was only hoping for my low orders got filled. I knew that a Korean brother and sister were waiting for good low prices. I don't think he's Korean, but I'm not sure. Then I saw Bitcoin jumped up and was traded at 1K. So So I think that is saying where we should sell it at 1K and then get into the other coins, but that are like less market cap and value. Like I'll probably get into Doge and only Doge, honestly. Um, but maybe some others. I don't know. But all right, so those are those two dreams. So this is one I had a couple days later about Bitcoin crashing to $770 and then going to indeterminate, and it like crashed. You can read over it, but it's basically like Bitcoin was never left a top spot. I don't know if that means that it lost all of its market cap, or it just got like I don't. I mean, it didn't lose all of its market cap, but it went to zero. I mean, that doesn't make sense. Like, why would it be at the top of the coinmarketcap.com and have like a $0 value? You know what I mean? Like, so they shut the entire their coin market cap is going to glitch out, is what it's saying. While this is going on, uh, and this is the same picture, but I was able to screenshot a little bit more down at the bottom. That dream happened in the middle of my sleep cycle. I usually don't remember those. I don't remember the last dream I had tonight. I know there were different dreams, so that's the only dream I remember that night, and I don't really even remember this one. That's why I take screenshots of everything, and the timestamp is important too. So we got okay. So this is a different day. This is July 13th. What was that date on this one? Yeah, it was the 7th. Yeah. So this is like in July of the same year, last year. I had a dream Bitcoin crash. It was a normal day. Look at my phone, check Bitcoin price, and suddenly I saw Bitcoin fell to $20. Um, no one knew when it will happen. So like I don't believe in my June 9th based off this. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I just got a random date. It might happen on June 9th. It might not happen, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's not like somebody else had a dream the same day that it would happen on June 9th or anything like that. So I'm gonna just write that off, honestly. Like, I'm looking at June 9th, but if it happens, great. If not, I mean, we'll just have to figure out how much money you're comfortable in leaving for a long time. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how else to do it because this stuff should happen. Uh, so I had one dream where I was like around 36, 37, 38 when Dogecoin hit $1,550, and that's kind of what I knew in the dream what how old I was. It's hard to tell, and I didn't write that part of the dream down. So in my head, we have only like a year or less than a year, maybe 2 years before the flash crash, because that would give it enough time for Doge to go from like zero to like or like 3 cents to like $1,500 and 1550 dollars, something like that. It was at least 1,500. It went above it, but it went to I think 1550, but definitely over 1,500 in that dream. So me being, I'm 29 right now, and I turned 30. I'm sorry, I'm 28 right now. I turned 30 uh, next March 2024. So that would be 7 years from now is when Doge should be at 15, 7, 8, 9 years from now, Doge should be at $1,500 is what that dream was telling me. Um, so that means the flash crash is supposed to happen soon. And that's what this dream says, flash crash is going to happen soon. So like, and I did it why like that because I had some unrelated dream. I basically had heard a audio recording like I was in between waking up, like I had finished a dream. I don't remember it, and the screen went black. I do remember bits and pieces, but it was a weird dream. I don't think it meant anything. Anyway, the screen went black in my like head, and I was kind of half awake, half asleep, and I just heard like an audible voice, and it sounded like a recording of me in the future, and it was like in my ear, but like in my head, more like it sounded like somebody was speaking into like the part of my brain that interprets the signal from the ear, but not actually inside the earlobe. You know what I mean? Like it sounded like it was coming from like right inside the ear system, but not in the. It didn't hit the. It wasn't reverberating off of my eardrums. It was inside the eardrums, like more deeper into there. And I was hearing this like playback recording for like 2 or 3 minutes of my own voice from what it sounded like I was like an older guy, and I sounded much more professional than I do now. And I was basically saying like, you know, and I could show that dream off, honestly. That's not a problem. I just if I pull up the library, my driver's license is there, and I don't want people to see that right now. So like never. But basically, like it was a message about me talking to an interviewer about how like people should be doing productive stuff for society, and if they want to drop out, make sure that they're learning skills that are useful to people that you might not be able to learn in college. And I listed off several like things. For example, I don't even remember any examples, but in the dream, I gave examples of like subjects that you can learn outside of school that are useful, but society doesn't recognize them as useful yet. But I was in a position where I could promote those potential like degrees as useful, or potential courses as useful. And I sounded smart. I sounded like a smart dude more than I do now. I don't sound that smart right now because I don't have a reason to sound smart. Like I don't have any responsibility right now. Um, So this is that dream of, and I know this is getting to be a long video, but I'm trying to work through it. So you can skip around. Okay. Yeah, that's the one I already looked at that one. So all right, so this is a new one. So she woke up and she saw that Bitcoin and Ethereum had crashed to near zero. One was higher than the other, probably Bitcoin. Was higher than Ethereum. In the dream, frantically trying to get into exchange to buy, but I couldn't. It's like I couldn't access for some reason in the dream. I was also telling the Lord, why didn't you warn me that the crash was coming so I could be prepared? I was shocked. And let's look at this one. You know, he said, why God, why once again did I a wrong move just before a great blessing? It was a hard feeling to handle. So there's a lot of patterns, that are very similar. Um, so she actually got a warning. Like I was trying to do this for me, in real life I didn't have any buy orders because I had switched them out for sheep due to low funds. And then she had a dream that, don't worry about sheep. Get in position for Bitcoin flash crash is what she had. So, you know what I'm saying? So like I guess if this was me, God would be saying, don't worry about Doge. Get in position for the Bitcoin flash crash. That's based off of her dream and her relationship with the Lord. And I believe my Dogecoin to 65 cents is gonna come true. But I mean, I don't want to gamble on that right now. You know what I mean? Like I'll just take it as a sign. I mean, I might like I don't know, but I don't know what to do about that right now. So it's not a big deal. It's really not a big deal. I might just write that one off, and if it comes true, then great. If not, because I don't know if even though the dream says 65 cents, and I had a confirmation that it was 65 cents, like in the dream, I still was confused that it was dollars. You know what I'm saying? So like where it just doesn't make sense. It has to be cents, but I'm just kind of confused on that one. So and I didn't know if it was cents or dollars in the dream. And then I had a second dream saying it was cents, and it would go down to 19 cents. Like the next day I had that dream. So I don't know. It was just weird. Um, so I think that one's gonna come true, but it's just I don't think it's that important anymore. I had a dream that the loom. Maybe this is what could happen: is that when Doge is at 65 cents, Bitcoin is at 1,000, and then we can sell at Bitcoin 1,000, and then Doge will be down at 19 cents, um, and then we can buy it in or something like that. Dude, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like that's positioning for after the flash crash. What is this one? Yeah, that's the June 9th thing. I don't know. I mean, if it comes true, then great. I have a video out about it, so that'll be cool. But if it doesn't come true, then I mean, I don't know how else to say it. Like, I mean, it was demonic dream. I'm just sharing what I got. You know what I mean? So I didn't get any other date. It might not mean anything. It might mean something. It's supposed to happen soon, and like that's probably less than a year, you know. So I think that's all of them. I think that's every one of them. Oh, this one right here. So he had a dream the other night. I was telling my friend it's going to 10K next, and you can look at the date on that. So this conflicts with the other guy's dream that I shared in the last video of him saying there's going to be a relief rally. So like, you see what I'm saying? So like, they can't both be true. So I don't know. I think the safest thing to do right now, and this is to sum up the video and what I'm doing. The safest thing to do is to put all your money into Bitcoin limit orders and leave enough for emergency funds at home. Leave enough cash for emergencies and uh, car down payments or something like that, maintenance. You know, enough for if you get laid off while this happens or something like that, you can get a new job. You know what I mean? Just common sense stuff. Like, but my position is that I am getting into like Bitcoin and Ethereum orders, and Bitcoin's at 10 cents. I'm not sure what Ethereum's going to be at. Maybe like 2 cents, you know? Maybe like 2 cents, 3 cents, something like that. And I'm probably going to do 75% Bitcoin and 25% Ethereum, something like that. I really don't know yet. I haven't figured that one out. And I use okay, so I got off of KuCoin. I moved all my money out of KuCoin, not because I think it's a bad exchange, but because where I'm at, I can't get verified. And so my limit is 200 Bitcoin a day. And if I become rich on KuCoin, I'm stuck using their limit. Whereas Coinbase, they don't give you a limit. And Bittrex, I'm not sure what the limit is, but if it's high enough, I'll stay on there. But I might honestly end up moving everything into Coinbase because they don't have limits. So like I have like 12,000 in Coinbase and like 3,000 in Bittrex right now, and that's it. I moved off L Bank. I put it into Tether and moved it into Coinbase, and then got the cash value. And another thing with them is they let you like KuCoin doesn't let you have Tether. So if something happens during the flash crash with Tether, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't have USD, so and I mean really like what was causing me to doubt my position in Dogecoin that I sold the Dogecoin to get the Bitcoin orders again is that there's not enough Bitcoin to go around. Like, I mean, from what I understand, and I have to find the data on this. Like, let me just try to find the data on this. How much Bitcoin is in Coinbase? How many Bitcoins does Coinbase own? So Coinbase only owns 9,000. 9,000 Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? So like that's not it though. I think from somewhere I heard they have like 250,000 to 500,000 Bitcoin on there, and they're the largest holders. So, and I'm sure it's similar for Ethereum. And I can't. Okay, here we go. So yeah, here we go. Here we go. So we got 970. They basically have a million Bitcoin. All right. Bittrex has 100,000 Bitcoin. So that makes me feel better. Okay. So that is how much we can take. Probably half of that is what we can take because this might be locked up somehow. I don't know. It might be floating in their system to enable trading, or it might be like locked into like some of their you know so I think they use it to make trading easy with Bitcoin. Um, So I feel most comfortable with Coinbase. Like if there was an exchange that was going to stay solvent and stable during the flash crash, it would be Coinbase because they have the most Bitcoin. And Bittrex is up there too. And that information combined with like KuCoin's like limits, and they don't let you use cash. You have to use Tether. From my knowledge, you can't use cash. You have to use Tether. Um, I got out, and L Bank, I was just like, I might get out of there too. So I'm just in these two, Coinbase and Bittrex. So like, all right, guys, I think that sums it up. So sell everything, buy these Bitcoin limit orders, and let's just continue waiting it out. Uh, so like, basically disregard the last video I put out. Um, it's an interesting date, June 9th, but if it happens, it doesn't. And that one dude had a dream that no one's gonna know the date of the crash. So like me getting a date of it, like that doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I just wanted to share it, but and if it comes true, then that's great. But if not, then I mean, I think I can just ignore it right now. So all right, guys, I just wanted to let you guys know what's going on. And take it to the Lord. Hopefully, some of you guys can get some dreams and post them in the comments so we can make sense of this. And hopefully they get confirmed with other people's dreams too. That would make it more authenticated. It's hard to go with just a single dream about something. Um, yeah. So not saying that all dreams are bad. It might just be a timing thing. We don't know what the timing on it is. So, all right, guys. Uh, yeah. So basically, like, there's not enough Bitcoin right now for us to become multimillionaires, and then the flash crash happens. So that by default, unless there's a hack that causes millions of Bitcoin to be invented at in like 5 minutes, when they hack Bitcoin or whatever they do. I don't know. I don't know who's hacking or what's going on, or if it even is a hack. But something's gonna happen and cause Bitcoin to go to zero, to like near zero, and they might create Bitcoin when that happens, and then we can get our orders filled. In that scenario, you could have a pump before Bitcoin, but that isn't indicated in any of the dreams that something like that would happen. And so logically, if we have the 1 million Bitcoin in Coinbase, so we basically have a pool of 1,100,000 Bitcoin. So, there's not too many of us in the wealth transfer. So like we could, I feel like I'm gonna get like at least 100,000 of that, honestly, just from me, because I'm gonna have 10-cent limit orders. So if I get filled, then that's what I'm gonna get. If I don't get filled, then I'm not gonna get anything. So like that's my position, and I mean I'm okay with that, honestly. Don't worry about me. I'm gonna just be depressed for a few months and get over it. So yeah, so I mean, I think that we don't have a lot of people in the wealth transfer. A lot of people don't have all their money on really low Bitcoin orders. We have um, a timing issue, so a lot of people have their money going long right now, which is what I was yesterday. So, uh, I mean, I think those things combined, we could actually have the flash crash happen soon, and we're just gonna have to like help out our buddies that missed out on the money, and reassure them that the other dreams are gonna come true, and they're still gonna make a lot of money. Just not as much, I guess. They just missed like they just missed there's like I guess that would be two wealth transfers. The Bitcoin crash and then the other wealth transfer. So they would just be a part of that one, I guess. And that's fine. That's a lot of money still. You could do. You're not gonna be like the richest person in the world or anything like that, or like own a continent or something like that. But I mean, you could if you worked with the richest people. You know what I mean? Because all you really need to really be successful is like 50 to $100 million. Like if you had that much money, like you could do anything really. Because you could hire smart people that could help you, and y'all could make an invention and sell it and make a lot of money. You know what I mean? Like I mean, shoot. Jeff Bezos, he started with like I think a $200,000 income, and he just fundraised his Amazon company from like 20 people, you know. So you could get good at selling an idea. A lot of the billionaires didn't make their money from getting rich overnight. They went through like IPO type stuff, so like they went through like I don't know how to say it. I'm giving a finance advice right now, but basically, like a lot of the billionaire people, they they didn't win the lottery. You know what I mean? They didn't get rich quick. They had an upper middle class income or a very nice education, and they networked and pooled their money together, and then used that pool of money to finance a company that became successful. Like that's basically like how to do it. And so you just need above average income to really have a good shot at making a business. You don't need that, but that's the one of the indicators. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I hope this is a good video that you guys like. Yeah, so take care, guys.